Carlo Ancelotti has called Atletico Madrid's hanging an effigy of Vinicius Jr. off of a bridge on Thursday lamentable. Vinicius was the victim of racist abuse when the two sides met in La Liga at the Wanda Metropolitano earlier in the season, with the wide forward being subjected to monkey chanting during and after Real Madrid's 2-1 win. Despite being roundly condemned for their actions, a group of Atleti supporters have continued their targeting of Vinicius this week, hanging an effigy of the player on a bridge below a banner which read "Madrid hates Real." Real Madrid would go on to win their Copa del Rey quarter-final clash with Atletico at the Santiago Bernabeu on Thursday, with Vinicius scoring one of the goals in the 3-1 win. Speaking after the game, Ancelotti stated that the effigy did not affect Vinicius' performance. There wasn't anything different for Vinicius, he was focused on the match, he wanted to play, Ancelotti said after the victory. He was very excited, eager to return to his fans. He played a very good game, fighting until the end. The goal was the reward for the great work he did. What happened was lamentable, but he was focused on the match. Prior to the game, Real Madrid released a statement regarding the Atleti fans' actions, which read, "Real Madrid CF would like to thank you for the support and expressions of affection received after the regrettable and repugnant act of racism, xenophobia and hatred against our player Vinicius. We would like to express our strongest condemnation of these acts which are an attack on fundamental rights and the dignity of people, and which have nothing to do with the values that football and sport represent. Attacks such as those suffered by our player, or those suffered by any sports person, have no place in a society such as ours. Real Madrid trusts that those who have participated in such a despicable act will be held accountable." In a fresh blow for Real Madrid, defender David Alaba has suffered an injury relapse and is set to undergo new tests soon to determine the extent of the issue, reports Marca. The 30-year-old Austrian had been sidelined since before the Spanish Super Cup in Saudi Arabia due to an injury in his right soleus muscle. It led to the defender missing the two Spanish Super Cup matches against Valencia and Barcelona, as well as the Copa del Rey clash against Villarreal and the subsequent league game versus Athletic Club. But ahead of the derby against Atletico Madrid, Alaba had returned to team training and even made it to the squad list for the match. Manager Carlo Ancelotti had even confirmed that the former Bayern Munich would be playing in the cup tie against the Rojiblancos. However, just hours before the game, Real Madrid released an official statement revealing that Alaba would not be available for selection, although the reason had not been specified. Now, Marca is reporting that Alaba has suffered a relapse in his soleus muscle issue and will soon undergo fresh tests to determine the extent of his injury and potential recovery time. It means that his involvement for Sunday's La Liga encounter against Real Sociedad is under serious threat.